I saw an interesting post on Reddit about sister wives, and I wanted to discuss my thoughts on it. So the question was, if Meri had had the 7 or 8 kids that she had hoped for, would she have had a happier marriage? And a lot of people made comments about how within that culture, having more kids is seen as more favorable. So almost certainly she would have been more favored by Cody. And, possibly how infertility, which is something that I have, affected her, and which I totally agree with, and was making worsened by the situation. The point I wanted to make, though, that stood out to me was that Meri only had one child who goes by Leo now. So Leo, my thought was that we saw how Janelle, how her kids were basically saying, Dad's not treating you right. This is unfair. He's favoring Robin. You're not getting what you need. We saw that. They said that on TV. We've seen Gwen also say similar things on TV and on her channel, talking about how she spoke to Christine about how Cody doesn't treat her well, doesn't treat the kids well, favors Robin. So both Janelle and Christine, who eventually either left, is now getting remarried, or has amounts as separated, had a great deal of support from their children during this time. And I imagine that was incredibly helpful to them to have to make this life-altering decision to leave their father. And I wondered that if Meri had had more children, if she wouldn't have had that support during the catfishing thing, where to say either like, clearly you're unhappy, clearly you did this because you're unhappy, you should leave. Or in the years since, when Cody has said on national TV he has no interest in her, if she had had more kids, would they have come alongside and been like, Meri, you need to leave? Now, Meri seems very determined to stay, and it is quite possible that Leo has had that conversation off screen and we don't know. But I had wondered that if maybe she had 5 or 6 kids who were all really pushing her to leave, if that might have been a different situation. On the show, I don't know about real life, on the show, we've not seen Leo speak about the situation. We've not seen Leo say things like, Mom, you should go. Leo was very mad about the catfishing situation. It did seem in part because of the betrayal to Cody, but a lot of it was around the fact that Leo was in the house and was saying, Mom, this is not a real person. Mom, you shouldn't be doing this. She was taken by Meri to go meet this person. So I think there's a lot of things. It's very, very complicated. So I'm not blaming Leo for any of this. I'm just saying that if she had more kids, I wonder how that part of the dynamic would have been different. And as someone who also wanted more kids than they were able to have, but is thankful for the ones they have, I can see how this would also affect her in other ways. But you tell me your thoughts.